Hello and welcome to the Fourth and Fierce podcast. My name is MJ. This is Football Talk Fierce and Unfiltered, first and only fan cast hosted by a woman of color NFL fanatic. I'm just saying, it's a fan cast. In any event, please feel free to reach out to me at my email at fourthandfierce@gmail.com. That's the number 4, THANDFIERCE@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from all of you, debate some topics, or just tell me your takes on what you saw on the show or what you'd like to see. Also, please feel free to like, follow, share, subscribe to the podcast. It costs you nothing. Please feel free to reach out to me as well in the comments. I do love a good football debate, as you all will find out. If you've already watched a few of these, you know I do. So we're going to jump right into our football. We have our final week of preseason just ended, and some of the takes I took away from it. Now, just to be clear, we are not talking Shador or Shiloh today. We're just not. They get a lot of media attention, and I want to talk about, I want to get in depth about a little bit some of the things that I saw or that I'm looking forward to seeing in the game. And also, we all know my favorite positions, safety. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first, I want to get into the Ravens running back room. The Ravens look amazing. I mean, the Ravens always have an excellent defense, and we rarely talk about them as an offensive powerhouse, although they can score. I mean, they do have Lamar Jackson, who's a threat with throwing the ball or running it. But now I think they have a good little connection with that dual threat running back. So if you guys watched that last preseason game they had, I believe against Washington, they beat Washington like 30-3. It was crazy. They had a little combination with Rashid Johnson and Rashid Ali and Ernest Johnston. They really had a nice little tandem going. Each had quite a few touches, over 50 yards. I mean, that's a really good running back tandem. And if you have two good backs behind a good line, and you can feed them that ball. I mean, that one, everyone knows running the ball wears the defense down. It just does that. Not only that, it also gets your team gets one running back a little bit more rest than the other, gets one rest while the other takes reps. So it's a great combo to have. The Lions run a 2 running back set. I love that. I love Montgomery and Gibbs. Y'all know I'm a Lions girl. Y'all know these things. But yeah, I think that's going to be a great combination for them. I think it's going to help them out a lot too. I just don't think Baltimore uses their run game the way they should. Now, I'm no coach or GM. Again, I'm just a fan. But it doesn't feel like that they are. Oh, I get on my shirt. It doesn't feel like they're using that running back situation where they can. You have a quarterback who can run or pass. Use that to your advantage. You have 2 decent running backs. Might even be great running backs. You don't know. Give them opportunity to get out and see what they can do. Like, design some plays where you have, a quarterback run, but it looks like it's going to to one of the backs. I think they just trying to force Lamar Jackson into being a passer. And again, he's a good passer, but that's not where all of his strengths lie. It's hindered Baltimore, and it's going to continue to do so if they don't use these running backs right. And I think they should. If they run this during the season and they're able to get a rhythm, and they're able to really establish that run, I think Baltimore will be the favorite. They're usually always up there, but I really think they'll be the favorite this year to kind of take it all, because they have everything else. Speaking of the Lions, I want to talk a little bit about our wide receiver we drafted. I think his name is Isaac DeSala. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, listen. I do love the Lions. I am a Lions girly. I've always been a Lions girly. I was born in Detroit. We love the Lions in this house. Except my son, who loves the Cowboys. But in any event, the Lions are really people thought we would take a step back with losing Ben Johnson and losing Aaron Glenn. I don't think that. Looking at our new wide receiver, putting him with what we already have, putting him with St. Brown as our number 1, putting him in with our tight end, the other wide receiver, I don't know if we're going to get him in the game, Tim Patrick, with J-Mo, putting all of them, listen, with Jared Goff throwing the ball. And we have the threat of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in the backfield with that defensive line. I'm trying to figure out what y'all gonna do with us. Like, what are you gonna do? What can you do? Nothing. I'm just being serious. That new wide receiver looks great. He's fitting into our scheme very well. He had like a 30-yard touchdown. I mean, it was the only touchdown we had. We got beat by Houston. But he had like a 33-yard catch. And he looked good doing it. Like, he burnt the corner. He did really well. Like I said, I really think the Lions are going to I don't think we're going to take a step back. I think we're going to take a step forward. And I know you're probably thinking, like, they was the number one seed in the NFC. Yeah, but we lost in the first round, which pissed me off. I was just so upset. But looking at that game, I don't know what like I said, we had a slow start in that game against Washington. I mean, in the end, we came back, but you can't win in playoffs like that. And we know that. But looking at that game again, because I rewatched it, because again, I'm a super fan, we didn't run the ball as much as we should. We were kind of forcing those passes in golf. I didn't love that. I really want to see us play towards our strengths. A nice balance between the run and pass. Like, we did great during the season. And I feel like this addition of this wide receiver is really going to take us to the next level. I really do. And we're getting our defense back. The biggest thing about that game is our defense was just decimated. The fact that they let us come back is a testament to how powerful that Detroit offense is. And now with us getting our defense back, because we're getting our defense back, know that. Our defense is coming back. And with us getting our defense back, with Hutchinson, they went back on the field, I don't think anybody can beat us for real. I don't. And I'm not just being a Lions, just a Lions girly. I'm looking at I'm looking at the games. I'm watching them. I don't think anybody can beat us for real. I'm being 100. I really don't. If we can keep that defense healthy and stay the course with this offense, I think we're really going to make some hay in the NFC and in the league. And I really, nothing would make me happier. Nothing. Other than my family's safe and healthy. Safe health and wellness. Nothing would make me happier than seeing the Lions win a Super Bowl. Not even win, just go. They've never even been. Nothing would make me happier than to see them in a Super Bowl. Nothing. I've already seen the Pistons win 3 times. I've seen the Tigers win the World Series. I've seen the Red Wings win a lot. And I want to see my Lions. Like, I want it. I can't explain it to you. But in any event, I really would love to see us take that next step and really really push in the playoffs. We did great in the regular season, but I want to see that playoff push. I want to see us really do what we need to do. Now, speaking of Houston, I'm a little concerned about Houston's running back situation because Joe Mixon is injured. And Joe Mixon's an excellent running back. I just can't believe they let him walk out of Cincinnati. Like, they needed him there. I don't know if it was a money thing. I don't know what it was. I don't really remember much about Joe Mixon's departure from Cincinnati. But he's an excellent running back. He used to always be on my fantasy team. And he has, I think it's an ankle injury. Then they have Nick Chubb, who's probably going to start. And I like Nick Chubb. He came from Cleveland. He's an excellent running back. But without a running game, I don't think, like, this is CJ's 3rd year. I think it's maybe his last year, his rookie contract. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking that young quarterbacks really need, what they need to succeed is a solid defense. It doesn't have to be stellar, solid, middle of the road defense, and a run game. Because then that helps them develop their passing. It helps them to, to really kind of, because like I said, the quarterback is the most difficult position in sports. You have to, it's so much up here. It's not just physical ability. And I really want to see CJ take that next step, because this division it can be an easy win for Houston. Indy, we have no idea what Indy's going to do at quarterback. They are starting Daniel Jones. And I get it. Anthony Richardson, him leaving that game was just, I talked about it, I want to say a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, because he was tired. It floored a lot of us. I don't know what he was talking about. But now that, they're starting Daniel Jones, you don't know what that team is going to be. They still have a great running back, I think, in Taylor. Who's really good. But I don't really know. You don't know what Indy's going to be. Jacksonville is still kind of in that rebuilding stage. They do have Trevor Lawrence. He's a great running back. I'm interested to see the Travis Hunter experiment down there. I mean, I really am. I think Jacksonville is a really good team, but I really expected them to make more hay last year than they did, and they didn't. So I don't really know what Jacksonville is going to be. And then Tennessee has a rookie quarterback, and as we all know, rookies usually struggle their first year. And Cam Ward looks great. So this is Houston's opportunity to really run with this division. And I think that without them having a solid running game, it's going to put so much pressure on CJ to constantly throw the ball. I don't think that's a good way to win, because if you can't just they can't just keep forcing him to throw. He's going to need that balance. And I sincerely hope like Mixon's okay. Chubb may start. I think they have Damian Pierce. I think they have another guy. I forget his name. I think his name is Woodmark or something. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. We are back. My daughter's 9 months pregnant. She's kind of going through it. She thinks she's in labor every 5 minutes. So where do we leave off? Oh, we left off with Denver. So I'm not sorry. We left off with Houston. Houston is, it's going to be a little bit different in dealing with Houston, because what we're trying to figure out is how they're going to get that running game to complement what CJ does well. That's what Houston really needs. So the next thing I took away was Denver. So I liked Bo Nix coming into the league. I know a lot of people didn't. I liked Bo Nix. I thought he had a lot of the fundamentals down. I thought he would be, he was talented, and he was a quarterback you could develop with the right pieces. Now, I do not like Sean Payton. That is not a secret. Just like I don't like Matt Stafford. These are not things that are not known about me. I don't like Sean Payton. I didn't like Sean Payton in New Orleans. I don't like him now. It has nothing to do with Russell Wilson. He's just I don't like him. Period. I don't have to. But his development of Bo Nix, I think, is a good testament to he does have, some type of skill with quarterbacks, allegedly. But Bo Nix looked good. Him and Sutton, that little connection, it looked good. It looked good this last game they had. It looked like they were more comfortable and familiar with each other. And that's what you want for your young quarterbacks. You don't want your young quarterbacks going into games, going into these situations, not having a receiver they can trust. This is why I really would like to see Scary Terry work it out with Washington, because it's not like Jaden won't be great, because I think he will be, but having that wide receiver that you trust, that you know is going to be where he's supposed to be, he's going to run that right route, he has the sure hands, he's a veteran in that. It's a comfort to a quarterback when they have something like that on the roster. And I think that's what Cortland Sutton is to Bo Nix. And I think that's going to help them in that division. I don't see anybody ever winning that division right now but Pat Mahomes. Just like when Tom Brady was Tom Brady and at the highest Tom Brady level. I don't see anyone, honestly, beating the Chiefs in that division. I just don't. The Raiders are still trying to find themselves. And I love me some Raiders. They're still trying to find themselves, find their niche, and find what they want to do. You know what I mean? So they're getting themselves together. The Chargers they always have all the pieces, but they just can never seem to get there. Like, they always have the pieces. I mean, Herbert's a good QB. McConkey's a good wide receiver. They have a defense. I think Khalil Mack's on that team now. They have a decent defense. I like Harbaugh, but it's just like they just can't get there. I don't know why they just can't get there. But that's the Pat Mahomes. Listen, that's Pat Mahomes division. Like Brady had his, like nobody was beating Tom Brady in that division. They just weren't gonna do it. And I feel the same way about Pat. I just do. Like, we've started calling the AFC Championship game in my house the Kansas City Invitational, because you going through this, man, regardless. I mean, that's just how this works. But I think Denver has something. I really think they have something in that connection with Nix and Sutton. And they played the Saints. And I don't know. I really don't know about the Saints. I really, really don't. They have been flailing since they lost Drew Brees. They just haven't been the same team. Their secondary does not look good. And that's no shade. You all know I love a safety. A DB, a corner, that's my position. But they don't look good. Like they look a little, I don't know. I don't want to say anybody doesn't know how, they know their job. It's just, they don't look good. They don't. And they're going to need some help. Like they're legit going to need some help because I don't see them beating. I mean, they were just letting him, it looked like he was just running past them on a clip. Like they could just do what they wanted. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the Saints are going to be. And that division is like, again, NFC South is kind of up for grabs. Carolina's, just getting into their, Bryce Young getting his way. I'm so interested to see Michael Penix Jr. I think I talked about that before. I'm really interested to see what he does. That team, Tampa Bay, I mean, Baker looks good. Mike Evans looks good. They have a good team. That's been their division. And I think it's going to be again, because I have no idea what the Saints are going to do. That secondary looks like they need to start looking at who they can pick up in free agency or who's available still. They need somebody. And speaking of secondaries and safeties, I want to talk about my favorite safeties to watch in 2025. Now, it goes without saying. And like I said, you want to fight, you want to argue, cool. We can not argue, we can debate. You want to do all that? I'm here for it. But what you're not going to do is tell me that Branch and Joseph are not the best, because you're wrong. Kirby Joseph, Deion Branch are my guys, period. This is how I like my Lions to play. Branch plays the way I want to see my safety play. I want you knocking people out every single game. I don't want anybody hurt. I don't want anybody injured, but I want them on their back. I love watching Joseph and Branch. They are my favorite safeties. They are my ones. They are my guys. Listen, I can't wait to see what we do this year. I'm just so super excited for that. But I like other safeties too. Pat Surtain. Everybody likes Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain's an excellent DB over there in Denver. He keeps that defense together. He's a presence on the field. You have to respect Pat when he's on the field, period. Just like Pat Mahomes. Some people named Pat. We got to respect Surtain when he's on that field, because he's going to make your receiver work for it. And he's gonna make him tired, put him through his paces. Speaking of which, we're gonna jump into the rookie that I like this year in my favorite position, safety, and that's Malachi Stark in Baltimore. Listen, Baltimore has a great defense. They always have. That is what they're known for. Like, people forget that Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl there. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl because that defense was incredible, and they always have a good defense. I mean, I don't even want to get too deep into it. We'll be talking for hours. But Malachi, I keep calling him Malik. I think it's Malachi Stark. He's fitting in this defense and this Baltimore team perfectly. They look like they are coming for these wide receivers. And I am interested to see when my Lions play Baltimore, because we got top tier wide receivers. They have some top tier talent over there in Baltimore in the safety and DB position. And I want to see that. I am here for that. I cannot wait. That's going to be great. They also have Jair Alexander from Green Bay. So he's over there now as a safety, and putting him together. I'm putting him together with Stark. That's going to be fun to watch, guys. Like, think about that in that division. Think about the wide receivers in that division. You got T. Higgins. You got Jamar Chase. You have I don't know if he's still in Cleveland. But yeah, there are a lot of good wide receivers over there to kind of watch to see. Think about Pittsburgh. Think about Aaron Rodgers trying to throw the ball against like these guys. It's gonna be a fun NFL 2025 season. We're done with preseason, so that's over. We have already jumped into getting ready for next week. First game is Thursday. Dallas Cowboys probably minus minus Michael Parsons. I don't know what Jerry Jones is doing, and it's just so much drama. I don't want to talk about Dallas because they're not significant. I get so tired of them always being on get up, always being on something because Jerry's just an attention seeker. We don't need this. We don't. Sign the guy, don't sign him, whatever. Your team is not doing anything. They're not going to beat Philadelphia. They're barely going to beat the Giants if they do. If they even, and they're not going to beat Washington. They're going to be last in their division. I said it. And all the Cowboys fans, y'all be mad. That's on y'all. They're going to be last in that division. They're the least, I don't want to say talented team in that division, but they're just it's always some chaos and drama with that team. And you can't win like that. Nobody has that kind of time to be sitting here watching Jerry Jones. Why is your owner on TV every day? He don't have nothing to do. Don't he own other stuff? Go do something. You don't ever see owners of teams like that. You just don't in any sport. Think of an owner that you see this much. You don't. Jerry Jones needs to sit down somewhere. He need to get his crazy son Steven, and they need to have a seat. Period. I'm tired of all the drama in Dallas. Y'all are not significant. Y'all have not won anything since I was in high school. And I graduated high school over 30 years ago. So cut it out. Cut it out. Period. You can say what you want about my Lions. Yeah, we haven't been good. We went 0-16. You never saw the Fords. You never saw you don't see Sheila out here talking on every other day, talking about something. No, she's like, I am the owner. I have people to do that. Jerry, get you some people. But in any event, I'm not going to get off on a tangent about that. Like I said, my son loves the Cowboys and the other one loves the 49ers, and it's just mad weird. We're Lions fans. But in any event, guys, thanks for joining me today on my little football rant. This, like I said, it's not a professional podcast. I'm a fan. This is a fan cast. So I'm very excited. If we don't have an episode next week, that means my daughter had her baby and I'm running around, but we should. But I'm really excited to get started with our games starting next week. We're jumping right on to Dallas and Philadelphia. So I think we'll do maybe a little preview of that game and what we expect to see for next week's episode. But in any event, thank you all for joining me. As I said, please like, follow, and subscribe. It hurts no one to do that. If you're a fan, if you want to debate with me about anything you heard here today or something that you saw, reach out to me. I love talking football. There are two things I can talk about constantly all day long without interruption. And that's books. I love books in every genre, all of them. I used to read 100 books a year, but I have a career in kids and podcasts. And football. I can literally talk about football all day long, every day. And I would love to do that. So in any event, this has been Fourth and Fierce podcast, episode 8, Football Talk Fierce and Unfiltered. Hope you all enjoy your day and watch some good football.